Welcome, boys and girls, children of all ages, even men and women, to another episode of Eugene Reviews on this special edition of 12 Days of Christmas Eugene Reviews. Before we continue, I want to say again, if you haven't seen my previous reviews, to pause right now and go ahead and see the previous movie reviews on this 12 Days of Christmas edition of Eugene Reviews. Please do that while I recover, because I still need to recover. 3 shots in, I don't know if I can last the remaining 9. But I must pull through. It's the holiday season. It's the holiday full of cheer. And yeah, as we move on to the 4th day of Christmas, the movie that we are going to review is another classic, and it's known as Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. Now for me, this is actually the first Home Alone film I saw. I didn't see Home Alone 1 until maybe a couple months, maybe a couple years after Home Alone 2. And for me, Home Alone 2, I just liked kind of the essence of showcasing New York as another character. There's just a traveler's, tourist kind of feel to it. Seeing him in the Big Apple, especially during Christmas time. It's very fun, it's very vibrant, it's very charming. And Macaulay Culkin really kind of ups the ante with his performance as Kevin McAllister. And not to mention, Harry and Marv were also splendid in this film as well. Not to mention the gags and the traps that were laid out were exceedingly advanced. Borderline scary too, not to mention the shocking scene where you see Marv's skeleton at one point. That was creepy as a kid. But overall, the film was fantastic. I think, in my opinion, I still put Home Alone 1 over Home Alone 2, but damn, Home Alone 2 puts up a hell of a fight. And you can ask a good number of Home Alone fans, you will get some people that say part 2 is better than part 1. And while it maintains like a 50% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a lot of fans still really love this film. So it really speaks volumes to the legacy of this film, that fans still love this enough, despite what critics say, to put this as one of the most classic films, Christmas films of all time. So with that being said, I'm gonna give Home Alone 2: Lost in New York a solid 7.3 turtle doves out of 10. With that finished, let's go ahead and do another rhyme. The 4th Christmas day, we return to the chapel for a sequel that finds us exploring the Big Apple. Kevin McAllister is lost again in Home Alone 2. And surprisingly, this sequel might have been too good to be true. Some to this day argue if this surpasses part 1. But I wouldn't worry about that with all of this laughter and fun. So even with that Trump cameo, this film will make your heart full. And another shot to this film, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Cool. This concludes the 4th Christmas film on the 4th day of Christmas Eugene Reviews special. Thank you for tuning in for this. Please like, share, subscribe, and also look at the other films that I've done on this special edition of Eugene Reviews. Be on the lookout for day number 5 on the 12 Days of Christmas movie reviews here at Eugene Reviews. Until then, signing off for another episode. I will see you again next time for another edition of Eugene Reviews.